Sedberg, but
go for the knock on, first knock on, I think by
pointing. I think the ball, the knock-ons by.
And he's now
penalty.
become a penalty to Vikings. So. Okay.
Offside, is it?
I
Right.
presume so.
I don't know. There's that many hand signals out, Brucey, and waiting for a plane to land.
I think he was giving a speech for the hard of hearing. I'm not really sure.
Anyway, they take the kick, push the line out onto halfway, and Vikings to get the throw.
There we go. This halfback pairing looked quite good. I like to see Henderson take the lead. He's got great feet.
Big high, nice take by Vikings. Hitting the ball at pace. Yep. Scrappy ball, but they've come away with it. Sedberg fighting for every scrap. Well done, they come away, they get a penalty, holding on by Vikings. So dogged defence paid off.
Kowloon man over the ball there.
Ball coming out Sedberg's way. Big fella takes it up, makes some metres. Referee gives another penalty.
Henderson not rolling away. Here we go, quick ball.
A bullet of a pass out wide to one, but Vikings are sort of there waiting for him. So he gets tackled, ruck ball down. Sedberg come away with it again though.
That's a lovely ball out the back actually.
Yep.
Here's a chance.
Beautiful. Nice run by Jack Smales. Is he going to get there? No, not quite. Looks like the ball was stripped out of his hands.
Oh, it was a big hit just as he passed it, and then the supporting player just knocked it on.
That photocopy is in such a handy position. Unlucky there. There was a great break by Jack Smales. Just couldn't quite finish it off. So scrum down now just off the Vikings try line, about 5 metres off the Vikings try line.
Sweeper's pretty shallow for Sedberg here, so it wouldn't surprise me if we saw a kick down the right side here.
Hoof it down here, yep. He's right up.
Yeah, good.
And penalty for Vikings. Scrum collapse. Saying they're pulling it down. I think we taught them all about that stuff, didn't we, Bruce?
Well, the thing is, Leighton, we did, but the referee, sometimes it went down accidentally.
Yeah.
It's the weight of the muscles that we carry in our upper body. No. But
relieving the pressure there with a kick by Vikings. They're coming up to halfway between the 10 metre and 22 metre mark.
Good chance to attack here. They get some clean line out ball, which they do off the top. Henderson spins it wide. Decent carry in the end, actually.
First tackle Scragdon didn't really stop him, so he kept going. Ball hacked through now, and it's gone out, and it's going to be line-out ball for Vikings.
The right pin back, halfway between the 22 and the goal line. Decent play from Sedberg, actually.
Yep. Line-out throw, so Vikings find themselves back on their line. Nice take in the line out again. They're going to run it.
Same big hit up in the middle, same big tackle.
Tied up real hard there. 2 Sedberg players on him. Now Vikings coming wide up, trying to make a bit of gap. Some jinking inside run. Beautiful.
Great running. Big number 3. And there's some
he's
gas.
going, and he's got support with him, but I don't think he's going to need it, is he?
Oh, yes,
he is.
He looked to me like he had the leg, but maybe he just ran out of gas.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Well, he's still going though. Well done. Great try by number 3, Dan Elkington.
Big number 3 out of field.
It was here we want the rest, I think, now, Brucey.
Adam Field went the length of the field there, actually, pretty impressive.
Yes. He got that ball, big physical player, not a lot of contract, picked the gaps quite nicely, stepped back inside, and away he went.
And it was just the way that he took a breather at the 22 to gather himself and then step back in. Just you know, backs, they seem to have time in the ball sometimes. I never quite understood that.
So Vikings 7 points, their conversion was successful. 7 points to Sedberg, who are on 0.
2018 GFI Hong Kong 10s. Great as ever, public holiday today, public stand filling up. Hopefully the member side, the sponsors will fill up as the day goes on as well. But this rugby deserves a crowd. There's quite a few beers been had early in the day down in front of us. Like,
Oh, I don't drink beer, Bruce.
that was a big fella there.
And there we go. Coming out, Sigurd received the kick-off from Vikings while they're playing it. But he's saying forward pass.
Yeah.
A bit unfortunate. They really can't afford to do that. They had the Vikings camped for quite a period of time down on their try line, and then Vikings turned around and broke out and scored, and now they find themselves Sidberg on the heels now. So turned around a bit for the Vikings. Playing at the right end of the park for them.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get my wish. I'd love them to give Boot Henderson one with his lad, but I think they'll go open. Let's see where we go. He's going straight through.
Oh, look at that. Went round the side. They just managed to drag rein him in.
Giving it high, has he? I think he maybe gave that as a high tackle. I'm not sure. Maybe
did look right up there. Vikings come away with the ball again.
Lovely ball, big fellow, pops it off.
Oh, he's held up. He's grounded it. Doesn't. He held up off the ground, referee's indicating, so no try.
Good bit of defence in the end actually to hold them up, and can't have been a penalty because we're going to play the 5-metre scrum. Big Andy Douglas on the touchline there, looking a bit worried, but yeah, I think things are under control. Been with the Vikings since, I think, 19th century actually, yeah.
Last millennium.
Definitely last millennium, yeah.
2.5 minutes to go. Vikings have the feed to the scrum, just off the Sidberg line. Come away with it. Looking to run inside pass. Getting over the top, ball comes away again for Vikings. Throwing it wide, his hands out wide, and nicely done. Try.
Fairly well executed.
Yeah. Let the ball do the work, got it out wide, and over he went. Can't quite see the number on the jersey who scored that, but
Ian Phillips, number 11, he's been a good carrier distributor all day. He gave the last pass there, just through his man and passed. A couple of minutes in this half, in the second half, they need to get on the board now.
Yeah, they certainly do. Really need to try in this half.
Young boy Christie seems to have hurt his leg, he's coming off the sideline.
And the score stays at 12-0. Conversion unsuccessful. Vikings to kick. Yeah, that's a pity. Young James Christie there coming off. Is he being subbed or is he injured, do you think?
He's injured, I think. Yeah.
Oh, that's a pity. That was a pity.
Here we go. Football club kick off. It's going high. It's a great kick
great
off.
kick. Yeah, well done. Unlucky, they competed well for it. I love it when the kickoffs, the ones I couldn't stand that were always down the paddock, I liked a nice big high kick on the 10 yards, so it gave everybody, even the slow people like us, a chance to get
exactly.
I mean, desperate. That was a beautiful kick.
I mean, when you used to get your number 10 and thought kicking it deep into the corner to their winger that runs the ball back, it was a good idea.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
Come down, Sidberg, feed. It's a better looking scrum.
Yeah, decent scrum.
And the ball looking at nice
nice
loop
well.
around, and he made some space out wide. Young fella's trying to back himself, 18, punching it up. Jack Smales again.
He's done well actually to keep that ball, recycle it. Big runner up the middle here.
Yeah. Vikings are really up on them though.
Maybe taking a bit high, but oh. King back inside, same number 18.
Very lucky there. He thought he'd just about tip that one forward, but he didn't. Sidberg coming away. They're playing with a bit of urgency now. I think they sense they've got to get some points on the board, but unfortunately now the ball was scrappy, lost. Pass not the hand. Vikings now hearing down the paddock. There's another try. A little bit against the play there.
But again, everything looked like it was just going to go wrong this time. They were just scrambling, so they're unlucky. But
So at the half time, Irish Vikings 17, Sedberg 0.
And joining us, taking over from me will be Robin Bradbury after this. So, and a good game commentating on the Scottish team. The bowl semi-final, first bowl semi-final, Classic Wallabies versus Daiku Place Scottish Exiles. I shall be sporting one of these teams.
Who would that be?
They'll be the ones that
John the Bruce. Who would that be?
Won't be roughing anything up. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yes. I'll be supporting the Classic Jocks. So actually, it's a big. It's not that Wallabies team. I missed their last game yesterday because I went to that Johnny dinner. Their first game they couldn't catch the ball, and the second game they were a really good team. I don't think the young Scottish boys will be too looking forward to tackling Big Wendell.
Yep.
He's still come down the path.
Actually, Bruce, just a bit of Scottish history that I learned something I was quite surprised at. I didn't realise that the Scots had actually invented copper wire. Two Scotsmen fighting over a penny.
Wait, I mean, that's a good joke. I mean, when you said that Scotsmen invented, because most of the invention in this world were by Scotsmen. Bicycles late. I don't know if you ever had one of them in New Zealand. We did that.
Yeah,
Pneumatic
had
tyres.
a tricycle.
Pneumatic tyres.
Oh, yeah.
Did a lot. Bicycles, Kirkpatrick Fleming, wife of the priest. Penicillin.
The reason we needed penicillin.
Never needed penicillin. The reason we needed it, because the English sent us all over the world, we needed penicillin. Yeah. So many. Television, John Logie Baird.
Oh,
Americans dispute that.
Telex, telegram, and telling the English to go away.
And chips on our shoulders. We like anything that's deep fried, anything that's to do with potatoes or deep fried, we like that. Here we go, second half, Irish to kick off. Long road back for Sedberg, but you know, it's their first tournament here. Hope the boys have enjoyed it, hope they're staying for the sevens, and let's see if they can get a try in the board.
Yeah. I think in the end the Vikings are just a bit more bigger and physical, I think, in terms of it. And they've got
what I really hope is that Sedberg can come back. They'll have had a sight of the tournament, they'll know what they need to bring. So we'll see. And that's not gone 10.
So that'll be a short arm penalty to Sedberg on the halfway. They really need to get some points on the board very quickly in this half. Might have been another penalty there coming if he didn't let that ball go from Vikings. But anyway, he did, had the sense to do it, presence of mind, but Sedberg got up and lost the ball.
Atuhanare's just nicked it, but what have we got here? The referee is going to give a decision forward from the Vikings. Sedberg scrum.
I like that little sign. How precise is that, Bruce?
It sometimes takes a while to actually make the gesture, but once he makes it, I've got a fair notion of what it is.
So some subs there.
The young lads, these Sedberg lads, some of them, Sedberg, should I say.
Coming off was Richard Addison and number 11, Jordan Annette. Scrum, Sedberg had the ball, did well to pull that out of the air. Oh, he had the right line, pace on the ball, but he didn't hold it and turned it over, and Vikings now coming back.
Thought there was a double knock on, but the referees let it go, so Henderson stepping, fending, all 5 stone of him, sets the ball back well.
And here come the Vikings again, putting that ball wide. And he's
Look
through.
at the gas from the big number 5.
Yeah. Is he going to go all the way himself?
He's going to go all the way.
He is too. There we go. Try. Number 5.
Sam Paylor, I
The big
believe.
man, Sam Paylor.
He can move pretty good for a big fella.
I wonder if his wife's called Pam Saylor. Right, no, you never know what's happening. But that wee spinnerism there. But that's it. That's actually 24-0.
Spinnerism or a double entendre?
No, I was going for spinnerism. I was just going to double entendre. That was for the Pyrenean team.
And another try, big kick to try and get from right outside, and they put it away. 24-0. It's looking pretty comfortably in Vikings control here, I think, Bruce.
I think Valhalla beckons.
Yes.
I would say Valhalla. So it would be Irish, an Irish Viking of Valhalla.
Restart by Vikings. It's a better kick, this one now. It's over the 10. Nicely taken by Sedberg. Ball goes to ground. Vikings contesting, but Sedberg get away with it. Got the ball. Trying to muscle themselves up the paddock.
I think my biggest criticism with Sedberg all weekend is that's a fairly horrible rugby stroke.
Oh, who's that?
Yeah, Sedberg.
Yes, it wouldn't quite be one that I'll be putting in my closet.
That's why you're just a bit too. I mean, maybe it's school colour. I don't know.
Yeah, it could well be.
We touch a tartan or something for this, you know.
Everything can be improved with a bit of tartan, kind of. Bruce.
Absolutely. Young lad, oh, look at the hair doing
nice
that
step.
back with the step on him.
Yeah,
his
beautiful.
hair didn't move. But what a great step, great play for Sedberg. Quick
Number
ball.
15, Nathan Wyman, made a nice run there. Did some good jinking inside runs. Just not hanging on to this ball.
Viking getting in with his foot there. It could have been wrong, could have gone wrong.
So line out, and
There's a big tall timber for the Vikings. Says he's got a sore knee, but I think he looks very tired. Oh, and they're waving him back out. He's not very happy with that. Oh, here he comes.
now he's happy. So that's unfortunate again. I mean, it was great breaks, but 2 or 3 times that last phase of play, they've just put the ball down, it hasn't got in the hand, hasn't stuck, and then they
Physicality of the Vikings when they get into contact has been really impressive. Okay, 5.5 minutes, no, 6 minutes nearly left for Sedberg to get into this game, but it's a penalty to Vikings.
that was a penalty. Didn't quite see what that was for in the Brucing that far side, but Vikings going for the line out. Didn't make a huge amount of ground, mind you. He was pretty tight to the sideline, so they'll have it. They'll take it. And
I actually think he kicked it, and the assistant referee decided it went out where he was standing.
scrappy line out ball. Vikings managed to gather it back in again. There's the ruck. Look at the loose
Horrible
pass.
bounce.
But picked up by 10.
Henderson with a fend, a step. You get one of the best numbers you've ever had, actually. He was working for one of the shirt companies out here, Leighton, and that's actually a try to Vikings. And I'd taken my vets team to Melrose to play at the same weekend as the Sevens. And the kit was late coming from Tsunami, so they put him in a plane and he brought it over and came to the Melrose Sevens for the weekend. And if he'd let us know a day earlier, he could have been playing for Bruce Aitchison's team to Edinburgh. But great number for your employer, isn't it? They put you in a plane and send you to the Melrose Sevens.
So another try. It's all pretty much one way here. Another tough kick from the sideline for Vikings. No, well shy that one. And 29-0 and just over 4 minutes to go. Sedberg just not really capitalising when they have the ball. It's just turning it over at the last pass.
Okay, let's get a try on the board for Sedberg here. I mean, they've come a long way. They've had a couple of tries this weekend. Let's see if they can get one on the board here in their last game.
Restart by Vikings. Big take by the man there. Plucked it out of the ear.
That's the scope of your ex-international. It's physical in the way. They've got the ball here. Big run coming. Oh, Kowloon man with the ball there.
Moving forward still. Yeah, there's the ball for Sedberg. Chipping it over.
Yes, he's got to gather.
Oh, he almost got it back
unlucky.
in, but unlucky. Yes, Vikings end up taking the ball. Always a bit of a high-risk strategy, giving the ball a bit of a toe. Now Vikings, the ball, nice little inside run there. Went the blind side. Not too sure what to do. Being played back in field. Plenty of Vikings.
He definitely wasn't looking for the wide open spaces.
No, but penalty conceded there.
And the referees pulled him
Come on,
back.
Red, get the points, please.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit pedantic there. But I mean, the sun may be getting to him now.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that was I think there could be a yellow card with the commentary box there, Bruce.
That's on the discussion about scripts. I mean, the Vikings on
Big run there for the big fella.
not too grand either. Anyway, that's a great carry. Go on, big fella, keep going. He's leaving his mark in the tournament.
Right.
Nice outside break.
That was Hayden Thompson Green, was it? Brucey, that big fellow?
No, the big fellow's your number 2 is on your list. I think they're Dean Schofield.
Oh, Dean Schofield. Sorry, that's right.
Here he is, Mark Andrews, number 15, coming up for the Irish Vikings.
Just over 2 minutes to go.
Goal is cleared in the tournament.
And Vikings well and truly in control at 29-0.
Yeah, Mark Andrews, not young for 10s. It's good to see. The Vikings have had some guys. I mean, I think big Andy Douglas, big Pikey Douglas, only hung his boots up a couple of years ago. He was just starting to like the pies. Actually, since he stopped playing, he seems to have lost weight.
I don't know how that happened.
Didn't happen with me.
No, not me either, Brucey. Bit of a messy scrum, but nevertheless, Vikings win it. Near the ball, big wide pass out there. Oh, strong run.
Oh, the old fella's going to get the ball here. He does.
Vikings get the ball coming back again this way. Oh.
Henderson dancing. Fend and away.
Big fella pushes nicely passed out, but couldn't hold the pass. Right idea, but just a little bit too far in front of the supporting player.
Well, actually, a wee bit behind him. Yeah. One of these directions. But yeah, hey, said bird ball, scrum.
Yep.
Let's see if they can do something. Referee's looking a bit perturbed in front of us. And yeah, look at the big fella. I bet he smiles when he comes off here. Oh, a big Schofield, he smiles when he gets off the park. He's in a good tournament. There you go. Look at that big smile when he's sitting down.
Having a bit of a laugh.
Had enough of this heat and this sunshine.
There's
Simmons and there's beer. Here we go.
Got the ball, and again, that's been just about typical of their game, I'm afraid, Brucey. It's just been that. They had the ball, they won the scrum, getting out there, and they're just not completing the passes.
That's just went behind the player again. I think, you know, it's everything else, you forget how tired they are.
It's true. That's true. I mean, she's pretty warm out. What do you reckon it is, Brucey? 30 degrees? What have we got there? Humidity's about 80-90%.
They've got something over there, but whatever it is on these artificial pitches, there's a heat pool as well.
Well, you're right.
It's just warmer and warmer.
It sort of radiates more.
Final of the Shield.
So 14 seconds on the clock. 12, 11, 10. What comes after 10?
But that's that clock you're relying on. You can't really be sure. Right? Here we go, Vikings. Last chance. Up, big fella through the middle. Fed. Oh, and there we go. Head into the final of the Shield against Hong Kong Football Club.
Yep.
And that'll be a game, actually. That'll be a game. And I'm now going to invite young Robin Bredbury. Just turned 50 this year. You would never know it. He still looks about 15. But here he is. I'll pass over to him and Leighton.
Here's Brucey. I'll see you later in the day.
That's the wrap for the Shield semi-final. The Irish Vikings 34. Central Whiteville.
So, welcome, Robin. So the next game coming up is a bowl semi-final
between the classic Wallabies
and the Taiku Place Scottish Exiles.
So on the list for these classic Wallabies is Adam Freer, Peter Kinman, Patrick Phipps, Stephen Holmes, David Kowitz, Tyrone Smith, Sam Harris, Francis Vanderbilt, David Dooling, and Henry Hutchison.
And for the Scottish Exiles, starting is Shay Turner, Luke van der Smith, Jamie Pinhot, George Fleming, Sandro Nadori, Gregor McNeish, I think he's Scottish,